Welcome back everybody to the second episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as Canada with the ultimate goal of defeating the United States of America. Last time everything was going okay. We did reach some war tension. We're still in 38, so everything's good. It's good, and we are now waiting to achieve freedom. By the way, we did go fascist at the end of the last episode. So in the beginning of 38, I always go for this thing first because it takes forever, and those two also take quite long. So you have the main problem is that this takes forever, and in 38 you don't have so many things to research, so you really want to get the chance to research these in 38, so you don't have to do it later. Because in 39 you get so many things to research. Now I'm going to add everything here. Oh, I can already go for my next research slot. That's awesome. I know I've said this before, but you always want to get your research slots as possible, as quickly as somehow possible, just because their research is a limited resource. You can never have more than the research you have. You can't save any research except by dropping things you want to research, and you can produce more research later on. So always go early for it and try not to go too much ahead of time with anything. Though actually we kind of will do that at some point, because as oh my god, look at how scary he looks. As Canada, we don't have a whole lot of use for a whole lot of things, if that makes sense. Actually no, like this. We don't have a whole lot of use for a whole lot of things because we're not going to be producing any tanks. We're not going to be producing any airplanes or any ships or anything, so there's a lot of things we don't need to research, and that really, it gives us the chance to research things we do need ahead of time. Now, the ahead of time penalties, I think, are sometimes a bit too much, so you can actually end up at a point where researching something ahead of time takes you longer in the whole, meaning you'll finish research later than if you started later, which is dumb. But if you do look out for it, you can finish it quite early. So for example, if I were to start it right now, which I will actually probably do, I will have it ready by the beginning of 39, so that's nice. So we are free now, and we will immediately leave this faction. And now we need to decide. We can either make Mexico fascist and try to make an alliance with Mexico. What I said before, and that is going to help a whole lot, because we can come from both sides, and the US won't have the front line against us. The second possibility is to go straight for them. And if I don't go with Mexico, I will declare the war on Tibet. If I do go with Mexico, I won't, because I can't send volunteers to Mexico if I am at war with Tibet. Now, the bomb is Mexico will have a civil war, right? If it switches, and our Mexico, fascist Mexico, will probably lose it. It's always the weaker one. It's like the North, which doesn't have any production, so it loses. So we do need to send volunteers, and it's not letting us in on the civil war for some reason I'm not getting. It's not accepting help in the civil war. So Mexico is very problematic, and it's not that much of a help in the grand scheme of things. So just because it's the safer way, I'd call it, I'm going to go with Tibet and declare war on them and just make myself a bit stronger and can't forget about Mexico. Don't really have use for oil or for this, so I need both of them at some point anyway. This is nice. This is okay, I guess. Wait, what? Oh, it's the new research slot. I was wondering why I have one extra. Because I'm an idiot. I apologize. How's my trade going? This is okay. All's good. My production is complete garbage. But that's to be expected. Yeah, they're at 170, 115, and in the time they got these 40 new factories, I got 2. And I think one of the 2 I got from my Foki, so yeah. This is going to end very sad. I'm gonna make all of these district militia, and I'm going to make my district militia... I should have done this first, like this. This is done now. I might add an... what's it called? Excuse me. Field hospital to it. But I'm not convinced about that. Japan's gonna lose this war. If you can tell quite early, if they do win, by mid 38, 39, they have the coastal provinces and maybe like this. What's gonna happen is they're gonna be pushed back here, and China can't invade Japan because Japan's so strong on the naval area, and because China is idiotic, and because naval invasions performed by the AI never ever work. But it's something to keep in mind. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'll start with this one because I have it in 50 days, and I'm gonna do this. So again, I'm going ahead of time here, but that's gonna be okay. I'll first get this because I think it's more useful, and because I always want to be able to get the commit to the wall. Because it's awesome. I'm waiting for 150, and then I'm switching in one month from civilian factory to war economy, which is going to give me an incredible boost to my production. Only a half the amount of toasters, and from minus 30 to plus 20 in the production of military factories. So mathematically, this is not 50%, just to throw it out there. This is not an increase of 50% because the minus 30 is, so the 70% we're working at right now would be the 100%, if you can follow my logic, because that is what we're starting at, the minus 70. So if minus 7 is 100, then the plus 20 is the 120 from 70. That is approximately from minus 70 to 120, an 80% increase in production, something like this. I should have made this calculation beforehand, like on a piece of paper, so I could actually say it. Basically, a plus 40 would be a 100% increase. So a plus 20 would be like 80%-ish, a little bit less. But you get where I'm going with this, right? You understand my main concern. So we are producing the good artillery in end of 38. That's okay. Nope. Let's get a few trucks going just for the... Yeah, look at that. Let's get a few trucks. See, I could do those, but I'm so close to that I think I want to get those first. Wait. Yes. Yeah, I think we're doing fine. I mean, considering, I do have 13 units which are not fully equipped and not trained at all. I have a minus of 500 artillery pieces, and I have no manpower. Against a country with an incredible air force, about 40 units, and a production that is, I believe, number 1 in the world right now. It's definitely above the Soviet Union. It's also more than double of Germany. So, yes, the US is definitely by far the strongest country. Now, the way we're doing this right now, do I want that? It gives me some recruitable population, which is nice. And some... That's not that important. I think the production is more important. Yeah, let's just do it like this. No, since I'm not planning... If me and Mexico would go to war against the US, right? I'd try to get into the war before the Second World War. Just because then they're not in the Allies and I don't have to worry about the Allies and everything's good, right? Now what I am going to do is I'm going to wait till hopefully... I'm gonna hope they don't join the Allies too late. You don't want to give them too much time theoretically because... Alright, let's do this actually. You don't want to give them too much time because every day they produce 10 times what you produce. So every day they pump out 10 times what you have, which is bad, which is really, really bad. This is also not very good. Never click on this, besides needing that, just because this will break your economy's neck. And I should be at war at this point. I've screwed that up. I have 200 more days until the war. That's bad. That's really, really bad. I'm gonna go with the blue shirts. Yeah, I've waited too long for Tibet. That was a mistake. Yeah. So, what I will just hope is that they don't join too late into the war, that Germany holds on to the war for as long as it needs to for this to happen. And that after that, the US starts its naval invasions and just destroys its own production with that. Now, you can't drain the US of guns. If you ever switch to the US during a game, like you just played in like 1940, you stop and you switch to them, you'll see they have like 200 guns in the backhand. 200,000 guns in the back. So they don't run out of things. They just don't. Their production is so insane. So you really need to overpower them, which is what I'm planning on doing. So I'm only playing with infantry, but basically the idea of it is a blitz, if you understand what I mean by that. So the idea of what we're doing is win before we run out of stuff. Because in a battle of attrition, the US will win anytime. They have 10 times our manpower, 10 times our production. So I can't... Even if I would build forts along the border and had them run into me, I think they'd win at some point. Okay, so this is the moment where we'd have to go with the eagle stuff. Basically, if you go down this way, which is what I would usually do if I wouldn't want this achievement, here you get more volunteer forces, and Mexico gets fascist. And here we're creating our own party, right? Now, one thing I actually could do is just go down this way, hope that Mexico just becomes... but I can't pick this one if Mexico doesn't flick, and then I can't do those, and I want to demand these. Though I don't think they ever accept it. So, I don't know. This just gives me a couple of forts, which I believe is completely useless. Because honestly, what is 11 forts worth along the entire border with the US? The border with the US is so huge. 11 forts, that's like one every second province or something like that. It's completely useless. That's actually a good question. Oh, so with this I automatically form the faction, right? Yeah, I automatically form the faction. And I don't want that. I don't want a faction with Mexico. I want to be in the Axis, but I would like for Mexico to maybe switch and then still join. You know what, we'll just do this and we will pick up our first achievement of this achievement run. Let's just do it like that. And this also means that I'm with Germany at the beginning of the war, which is bad. I kind of would prefer to join a lot later. Yeah, there's the war. Yeah, nice try. They're influencing me, but the influence from the US is minus 0.05, and our Sportscar Clubs is 0.10, so twice it. So we'll never switch back to democracy. Let's go like this for the moment. Obviously, we're not doing good. I'm not happy with where we are. I'm gonna do Pan the Eagle, and then I'll just ask for Labrador and Newfoundland, and then we'll see what happens. Well, okay, we've just... Ta-da! We got our first achievement. We are in the Axis now. Not really a huge thing. I'm not gonna join the war. I'm not gonna join the war for a long ass time. Actually, I could join this war, but then I'd have to worry about things like being invaded and shit, and my convoys being raided and whatnot, and I wouldn't want that. So I'll do my little Tibet war. I think that's the better choice. They're not going to decar warn me or anything, so I'm safe and I don't have to worry about my convoys being sunk. I don't have to worry about anything at this point. If I go for the war against Tibet. So let's do that. And by doing this, I can now... Well, not now, but I can go the war bonds and the commit to the war route, which is nice. I still can't go up. I need the commit to the war to go this way. I'm never gonna go above this. I do want the artillery and I do want aggressive doctrine. So I guess maybe one more. I think I could go here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, Italy's doing quite well. Germany's not. Germany should not be taking this long to take France, but France doesn't really have troops at the border, so yeah. I mean, thankfully in this patch, Germany does win against France. If you played in 1.3-0, I think it was, where Germany would constantly lose against France or just get to a standstill. That was bad. That was really bad. Let's go like this and... Wait. Wait, what? What? Why could you do that? Because I joined the Allies for no reason. Fudgicles. Yeah, I'll call the our Allies and this will just merge the wars, and now I'm just in the Second World War. Which is okay. Why do you send volunteers to me? I mean, it's okay, I guess. We'll use it to do this. I mean, I guess the question of demand Labrador Newfoundland is kind of answered at this point. Wait, I can still ask for it, even though I'm at war with England? I kind of want to do it just to see what happens. We're going to do commit to the war, so I can from now on go up this road. So, I can start training troops, like actually training them. Yeah, I don't need that. We're basically in 40, so I'm gonna do the 40 attack. I think I need to naval invade this. There is not a strait here, right? Yes. Do I want to do that? I kinda do. So the Allies have more trouble naval invading me? Sure, do that. We need the Labrador Sea. Where's my navy? Again, I wasn't expecting this. Okay, you're here. That's gonna be okay. Are you prepared? Yes. So this should have given me the 1 day I needed to set over. No? Nope, it didn't. It just destroyed my navy. The navy was worthless, so I'm not sad it happened, but this means this here will never happen. So, something to keep in mind. You can go back. It's not too important, it just would have decreased the chance of naval invasions. But I'm not too scared of that at this point. I could go for the synthetic refineries because I do produce some trucks, and actually let's make a quick cut here and I will think about if I want to get that.